Well, good morning, YouTube. It's been a minute, I know it. A lot of business happening right now, so I thought, though, you know what? I better give you the middle of August update, and I'm just going to combine the house and the secret garden here. So we're starting at the secret garden this morning. Sun's up. I got my time in with the Lord, reading my Bible. Found some cool little things this morning, too, but you want to hear more about that, leave it in the comments, and then I'll go there with you. But let's see what's going on with the end of the season out here at my secret garden. My parsley's all fluffed up. Got this old squash still trying. You can see I killed the vine to these dadgum gourds here. And look what these beetles, you can see those sun golds. You can see what those beetles have done to this watermelon. I have never seen that in my whole life. See that little guy? Yep, those little, I guess they're a cucumber beetle, but man, they have been tearing that watermelon up. And I think if there's anything to it, it may be the day I'm gonna take it, because it's just awful looking. On the inside, it may still be all right, but it is what it is. You can see out here, that's that dadgum Mexican squash. It's growing around the building back over there now. Still growing out that way and up and down the fence line. My pepper bushes. Let's see here. My Anaheim and Poblano peppers, both doing okay. These are finally putting out pretty good. And I'm getting so eat up on my okra, I'm ready to just cut it down, to be honest with you. It's not worth fighting for it. Clear it on out in here. Just don't have the heart like I usually do to fight with it this season. I'm tired and I'm busy at work too. But see these guys right there, they are eating everything. He probably ain't helping much either right there. Don't know if I can get him for you there. But got plenty of peppers. It's been a good pepper year, and my tomatoes actually are starting now in this cooling off towards the end of summer. Feels like maybe fall's coming on a little early this year. We'll see. An Israeli melon growing right there. Jalapenos. Just running plumb out on this little baby. Might have to pull a bunch of peppers for the end of the day. And let's see here. Couple of maters right here too. Y'all see that? Look at my hands here. Can y'all see them little ants? That's what's happening with all the okra, and I've had enough of it. They eat me up, so I'm gonna kill these ants and we'll move on. Nothing really hiding my secret garden these days, so let's go over and look at that wore out old greenhouse, see what's in it. All right, here we go. Oh, I got the worms back in here. I can see the evidence. They've been tearing it up. Oh, there's one. Let's see here. Come here, buddy. Yep, that's what they get. There's more. There's too much eating. There's a bunch in here, I can already tell. That is a lot. See what I'm saying here? So I'm gonna spend a bunch of time killing worms here. But let me just show you that there's life going on in there. I'll get to worms more when I got some time. I need to hurry up so I can get busy and go to work. But I do have maters all down in there. I don't know if they'll get enough leaf there to keep them in good shape with these dadgum bugs. But there's no protection from the elements in here really now. I don't know if you can even see down in there. I surely have a lot. Surely have a lot of tomatoes hiding down in there. I'm sure there'll be some ready too. Just not all cleaned up and pretty like I normally do it. It's been a rough year for tending my garden. But I have actually harvested quite a bit, so I'm not griping. kind of hard. Look at that. You know what I mean? I got this stuff falling down on me over here. Just walk through spiders and everything else. Yeah, see how they're working on me down here on this end too. It's probably right in front of me. I'll have to look a little closer later on. But we got some maters hiding down under there. Everything's hiding. You know, look, I've got little ones ready down there. Look here. Yeah. Might have to come through here and do some harvesting. The other side, same bunch of business. They're in there. Definitely got some goodies. Just got to get it all picked out of here. We're going to have a minute to breathe. All right. This guy is ready to put out, but look, there's one or two in here for sure too. I see one right there. There's a little one, see? Look, bless his heart, he's starving plumb to death. That's what I got for you, buddy. Hope all your family heard that squish. All right. Can't believe it. I actually had a couple of these babies make it. That's wonderful. So I got a couple squash to take home today too. I'll tell you, I stole an Israeli melon from over there. It was delicious. And I'm ready for the next one. They get a kind of orangey yellow color when they're done. But you can see it's making more and more, and I can smell the cucumber. Remember, there was one cucumber out here somewhere. There it is. I could smell it. It's so strong in here. And them beetles have found their way over here now too. So this is kind of the shape I'm in. That guy's going home with me when this is all said and done. That's becoming part of my shop. All this little fancy controls and stuff. I probably use it here at the shop, unless I need it at the house. But all that stuff's mine. Take this stuff out. This whole thing's going to get filled back in and become what it is meant to be. I may leave some of it and make a pit and put my lift for my shop over the top of it if I can. We'll see. I'll figure out something, but either way, it's disappearing. So we'll give it that one last little look in here. Eat up, little tomato worms and everything else. Get what you can out of me. Oh yeah. Okay guys, I'm at the house now and I thought I'd give you a quick look before I run back to work, so let's check it out. All right. Over here in the dadgum shade, you see I'm fighting. My wife planted these dadgum morning glories some years back. Oh my gosh. And now it's a fight for me forever. You see, I mean, it looks pretty on the fence and everything, but boy, it's a pain in the butt in the garden. But I do have a couple of poblano ancho chiles here. Just a couple right now, but they're finally starting to put out. It's been all season waiting on them. Some of them are, some are not doing much of anything. My serranos, I've been plucking off of them hot and happy. Look here, I cut my bushes down in here. There was just too much old dead trash. And I'll come back out here now that I've cut these limbs off. Because look at all them peppers on there. All them chili patines or tepines. Now my bush is this tall. And before it was up, you know, it was dadgum near right there at that rail going across. So I really brought it down so I could walk back through here. The habanero is suffering a little bit. It's not getting enough water and I'm not watering it more. So how about that? Cash me outside. All right. And these chile de árbol, they're still putting out. Not quite as much right now. It's too dang hot. There's my Anaheims at home. They're doing good. All right. And there's a leak or two in there that's made it. Like I say, I just cut all these tomatoes out here yesterday. It was just becoming a mess. And I try to leave. Some kind of bug trying to kill me here. I try to leave. If they on the bottom here, you can see that little stump had one little runner coming off of it, and I left it to replace that. So if it wants to put out some sun gold, then that's cool. But now I don't have all that dead trash, and I did the same thing right next to it with this snapper. So we'll see how it does. This whole watermelon is it's spreading out a little bit more since I actually put a little fertilizer around it and made sure the water's getting to it good. I've got 2 tiny little melons. That one right there is done. I can see it right now, so it's not going to do anything. But this is the Yamato Cream watermelon. And I know they get a lot bigger than that. This one's probably no bueno. I'll show you, although, the meat of these. Let's see here. I don't think this one's even close to ready. Let me see if I can bust it open. Hang on. All right. You see the white meat inside? I've been wanting to try one real bad. I can't get them there. Yeah, there's no flavor to it. It's not ready. Maybe when I grow up, I'll get better at all this. Let's keep looking. My grapevine out here is doing pretty good. I hadn't seen a lot of grapes, but it's doing okay. It's growing over up into the tree on top of this old shade cloth, and I'm okay with that. Look here how it's running down this old cable. Keep that guy doing that. One of these days I have a bunch of grapes. In the meantime, I'm not sweating it. We just let nature do what nature does. See what happens there, see? You can see the bananas on the other side of the fence. They're doing pretty good. They're getting up there tall. I'm not going to ever see a banana, I don't think, until the equator turns a little bit more. These guys doing good. I got a nice little jungle feeling going on here, including my yard. Y'all have to forgive me. I need to mow it real bad. I've really been lazy. And I don't know what's going on here. I may need to turn my sprinkler system on and see what's happening. I may have a leak or something. That tree doesn't look so great on that one limb. Pretty ragged. I don't know if it's, I heard we're having an early fall, but that looks kind of rough. Need to make sure it's getting enough water. These bananas all fighting in here. My wife needs to let me just pick one and go with it. But she likes it, so it is what it is. And this old peach tree has got really big. Gotten really big. Elephant ears, look, we got more of these dadgum morning glories. It's smothering a poor little rose bush up underneath there. Stuff just takes over everything. This grapevine is taking off down the wall there a little bit. I just trimmed off some of these guys. I got a big nasty mess here. I'm gonna mow all this stuff in the next day or two, so it's okay if it dies off. I got a couple little sun golds, ain't done anything, probably won't. I'm not sweating it. And we've got some okra. Now here at home, at least, the ants aren't as bad. I'm not saying that I don't deal with ants at all here, but dad burn. Out there at the shop, right before I came home, when I cut the video off from all of you guys, I spent a minute and I went out there and I cut every one of them bushes down because all it is feeding ants. These are my Tabasco peppers. Me and Asen, my grandson, pulled off all the ones that were ready in the last day or two, and so these are just getting ready, and you can see I got some more coming up high. So, and like I say, I got some okra. My wife likes to graze on these raw, so that works for me. Not trying to cut up any and freeze any or anything really this year. Just keeping stuff growing. There's some basil that came around, and I don't even remember what flavor, probably sun gold, but I got several little bushes here, little tomatoes. They never do any count over here, so it is what it is. So we're gonna get out of this spot, sneak over here and take a look. Okay, so all my cilantro has gone to seed. That's what cilantro seeds look like, if you didn't know. Next to it's a sunflower. I didn't plant. I guess my wife did, and it's just now wanting to come on with it. But right here, and here, and here, I don't remember which ones I planted, either yellow squash or zucchini, one of them, since all my other ones were getting ate up. So I planted some of these, and maybe by the time it cools off a little bit and these bugs calm down, I'll be fortunate and have me some zucchini or yellow squash. And there's my olive tree. I hadn't showed you in a while. It's done really well. It actually likes it right there and is obviously getting enough water. Look at all that carrot seed over there. Those onions, Asen pulled them up, so I'll probably have onions growing all over the place over here. Natural. And I've got some more okra hiding behind that fence up in there. Looks like Mama needs to do a little checking. She's got some goodies before they get too big and woody. But look at all that seed. All that's carrot seed. I won't have to worry about it. I think I'm going to put them in all them raised beds I've got during the winter. Okay, and we got a tomato falling over on this flower bush. Nah, I ain't even sweating it. I don't even care. I know my attitude needs some work, but man, it's been a heck of a year, y'all. All right, I've been a really busy guy, and the gardening isn't what I've been the most worried about. See my tomatillos? I noticed I cut it off out here, every single bit of them. Let me come down here and show you. Pretty much everything that was sticking out this way. This one's new this morning, but there was almost as much bush out here in the walkway as there is back here in the back. And I wasn't seeing anything on them, so I cut a bunch of it off, and I didn't feel bad about it. But I noticed now there are some forming in there, so hopefully I might get a few tomatillos, and I'd be good with that. The plants seem to have done really well in here. And I haven't touched this greenhouse, y'all. Normally I do a bunch of stuff. All of the tomato plants, except for one or two, are pretty much just started from pulling off suckers off of the ones that were here. The watermelon has grown through the hardware cloth and come on in here. And I don't care. There's a deal hiding back there in it. Right here, I believe all these are green Berkeley tie-dye. So I'm ready for some of them guys to come on with it. The plants themselves are doing okay. You can see it's a little dry in here. And I don't know what, is that maybe deal or something? That looks very peculiar. That, I'm not sure. It looks like a deal, I think. We'll see. So that's what's going on in the greenhouse. My fig tree here is doing okay. Oh, look, he's a good boy, peeing on my plants. See, this is what I'm gonna do with my carrots. You can see I've already just thrown out the seed pods in there. I'm gonna do that in both of these beds because it's deep enough to take it. And all of this other stuff here, this is all sweet potatoes. There's 12 sweet potatoes planted behind there, and you can see what they're doing. There's also a sun gold in there, and I need to get out here with my grandson again today. You can see several of them ready down in there. Asparagus doing all good. This spot's done pretty well with the sweet potatoes. I hope they do better than regular potatoes because I didn't get any. And this is my, oh, what are you? It's a fig tree. Some fancy kind. What is that guy called? Let's see what it's called here. The Violet de Bordeaux. That guy's doing pretty good. You can see my fig tree. I got plenty of figs here and there hiding on it. They're getting up there in the sky. I think these have decided to offer themselves to the Lord, or maybe some angels anyway, because they're up there so high. I'll have to shake the tree like a crazy man to get them out. But it is what it is. Got the flowers still kicking. Had to come through here and get all the trumpet vine. All this old dead stuff you see laying out here. And over there's a big pile. A whole lot of trumpet vine and a few other things that were just getting pretty rough. So I've got some flowers and stuff in here, but I also see another dang trumpet vine. But I got a watermelon right here. You can't even see it, but it's here. Okay, there There's my old watermelon. I'm waiting on him to get done. That's a Jubilee melon. And I got more cucumbers coming. And I tried to take that vine and put it on up over here along with this watermelon. I don't know if they'll come, but you know, rather have them up and over than everything just piled up all down in here. I was getting where I couldn't even walk. I even cut down my comfrey again there and some of this all around the bottom. But that's what's happening. You see, I got another melon over there. Flowers are doing well. So those are perennial. They'll come back. That's neato. This one came back. As you can see, it's got figs on it too. I didn't even think this one was going to make it. I almost cut it down. But I'm really tickled about that. And the strawberries have really filled out in here. And I'm going to guess by next year they'll be walking all the way down this thing. Here's my Catawba grape. You can see that grapevine is doing wonderful. It's growing at twice the pace of our natural Mustang grapes, or whatever grows around here in the wild. Looks really good. I'm excited about that. And you can see my pile right there. All that is all the dead stuff that I had all strangled up. See, I do them like this. As it gets in this part of the season where it gets hot, and I wait, and sometimes a little sucker or something will sprout out there, and that's what I'll keep. And that's what's happened here. You can see there's a stump of an old big bush that was here all spring. And then it got to dying and looking like hell. But this fresh growth is decent looking. Same here. You can see right here. And so these tomato plants getting a little bit longer. We'll see if they'll come on, and maybe I'll have a little bit of fall tomatoes out of those guys. And the ones that didn't make it, didn't make it. Okay, and I trimmed back this banana bush because it was getting really tall and lanky and a mess, and I got plenty of banana peppers off of it, but I would rather it spread out a little bit lower instead of being so tall. And I still haven't gotten anything off of that sweet pepper bush over there. It's called the Italian Roaster. And I still haven't got a pimento pepper. Although I did see a few flowers. We'll see what happens. And last but not least, here are my orange trees. They want a tower, and they're not even in the good sun like they need to be. And I don't think they're getting watered quite right either. So I'm gonna have to work something else out there. But for now, things are going pretty good. I need to get some of that stuff right there and start working on some cabbage and maybe a little bit of broccoli and get a little something going for winter. Not a bunch, just a little bit for personal use here at home. So I don't know how much longer the channel's gonna go, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's gonna be gardening from here on out or not. I mean, I'll show you as I'm going through it, but it's not a priority anymore. It is for me to eat, but as far as videoing it, it surely isn't. Because I made this channel initially so that I could keep up with my own progress and understand how I learned how to do things. And what I want to eat is what I plant now, and I figured out how to grow it. So hopefully in the little bit of time that I've been doing that, if y'all didn't know, you learned something with me, and maybe I'll have some more fun videos later on of something different. I got a lot going on the work end of things. Stuff's changing a whole lot, even my title, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I got to get back to work. Y'all have a good one.